All right. Hey, welcome everybody. It's Rob here for our year kickoff, our BSPU call. Today is January 4th, Tuesday. So we are literally just out of the Christmas and New Year's time. I don't know what yours was like. I hope it was fantastic. I hope it was restful. And now it is time to shake off some of the cobwebs and get things rolling. If you're not careful, these cobwebs and the lack of momentum that you now have, because you've probably lost it over the holidays some, can like follow you well into January and even February. And we don't want that to happen. I don't want that to happen to you. I certainly don't want that to happen to BSP. And as some of you know that have been around for quite a while, or maybe not even that long, because I do talk about it regularly, December and January tend to be great months. In fact, December and January are often some of our absolute best months at Bestseller Publishing. And I don't think that that is accidental in any way. I think that's for a number of reasons. Number one, I think that people are aspirational in January. I think that people are looking to make changes in their lives. For us, they're looking to finally get that book written. They're looking to get on media. They want to be a best-selling author, et cetera. And so this is a very aspirational time. Maybe they made a New Year's resolution. And here's the truth of the matter. I don't care what business you're in. That's true for you too. If you're in the fitness space, we all know that that's true. Very aspirational at the beginning of the year. If you are in the small business corporate space, maybe you're a small business owner and you serve corporations. Well, corporations have money now, and they're looking to allocate that money in various ways. And so, you want to be first in line for your services and the things that you can do. So it doesn't matter whether we're talking about fitness, we're talking about finance, we're talking about something as obscure as writing a book. The beginning of the year is an aspirational time. And this is a time that you can take advantage of if you act quickly and you get things moving and kind of shake off the dust of the new year. And Happy New Year to you as well, Craig. So that's number one. Number two, I think, as far as a reason why January always tends to be good for Bestseller Publishing, is because we always push hard right out of the gate. I have been doing a beginning of the year webinar for, I don't know, 6, 7, maybe 8 years. I don't even remember when my first one was. It was at least 7 years ago. Maybe it's 8 or maybe it's just 7. And it is almost always the first week of January. I have at different times let it creep into the second week of January. This week it is, or this year, 2022, it is going to be this week. In fact, it is on Thursday. And the only difference that I'm doing this year is, instead of a webinar, I am doing a full-on workshop. In the past, I used to have like 150 slides, and I would cram it all in to like a 90-minute to a 2-hour presentation. And unfortunately, it didn't give a lot of room for feedback, Q&A times, things like that. And then I'd make an offer at the end of that. Well, I'm not doing that this year. This year, I'm basically taking the same content, but I am spreading it out. I'm going to do this over a period of 3 or 4 hours. It's going to be Thursday at 2 o'clock Eastern, all the way to probably 5 or 6 o'clock Eastern. I'm going to have a lot of interaction. I'm going to build a lot. I'm going to tell a lot of stories, help people as much as I can, and then make an offer, a killer offer at the end of that. I have never done one of these webinars or workshops and it not brought in 6 figures of business. So I fully expect that it will. We spend a good amount on this campaign. We're spending about $1,500 a day, which is not terrible, but it's a good amount of money. We're doing that over, I think, 7 or 8 days. So you do the math, it's like $10,000 to $12,000 in ad spend. And then of course, I'm emailing the list as well. A lot of new people are continually coming on the list because of the content I produce, because of my book funnels, because of the various things. And so this is a time to harvest some of the goodwill that has been built up by the things that we've done, content, et cetera. So I'm expecting big things, but here's the thing. The key is getting out of the gate early, with a killer offer to get things moving. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go off camera. Well, I'm going to keep the camera on. I'm going to move it over to the side, and I'm going to go onto the whiteboard, share my screen, and kind of dive right in with what my thoughts are on how, no matter where you are right now in your business, how you need to be looking at this new year and kicking it into high gear right out of the gate. So let me share my screen, and I am going to do a little drawing because it is the new year and I do love to do my drawing. So let me move my camera again just a little bit more. Okay, so we want to have a massive new year, 2022. We want to shake off the cobwebs and get things moving as quickly as possible. So the way I look at it, where your business is right now is one of two key places. And that is either you have a great working offer, WO we'll call working offer, or you are still building towards your working offer. In other words, I do not have a working offer. And I think in most cases, most of you are clients who have a successful business and you're looking to use your book to get to the next level. I know there are some cases where you're looking to use your book to build something completely new, or maybe a new part of your successful business, like a speaking business, etc. So you decide which one of these two categories that you're going to fall into, because you're going to do something very different depending on which category that you fall into. I have a great working offer. Now I have a number of different offers. And so when I say working offer, I mean, you know what your business is, you know what you're selling, you know what your primary offer is. Even though bestseller publishing can do ghostwriting, we can do publishing only, we can do book launches only, we can do media and PR, we build funnels. I have my full C3 accelerator program, which for those of you that are in that, we're kicking that into high gear as soon as this webinar workshop is over. So our first class is going to be, I believe, not this coming Monday, but the Monday after. You will get an email in the next few days on all the details of that. So we're going to kick that off in high gear. Anyway, just a little announcement on that. So depending on where you're at, not a working offer or with a working offer, you're going to look at this in very, very different ways. If you have a working offer, your focus entirely is about finding more ways to make that offer. You want to find as many ways as possible to put that offer in front of your ideal candidate. So what does that mean? Well, that could be a webinar or a workshop, exactly what I'm doing this week. So it could be a webinar or a workshop. It could be some type of challenge, right? Which, as you know, I love those, and we'll be doing those again very soon. It could be a book funnel of some kind, right? If you have your book done, then most certainly you want some kind of funnel that is leading to that. It could be a podcast that you have, or in fact, any type of content that you have. Maybe you have your own YouTube channel or your own blog that you're writing, etc. Now, I'm just giving some examples. There's many, many others. Of course, there's email. There's, almost endless number of examples, but your entire focus needs to be, how many more ways can I get this offer in front of people? Because I know it is a working offer, and all I need now are more people to get this offer in front of. Now, here's the thing. In starting the new year, unless you've already built out your marketing calendar for the year, which, just to be honest with you, I'm not great at that personally. I tend to go quarter by quarter by quarter. But wherever you're at, if you're super organized throughout the entire year, or if you haven't done anything, now is the time for you to start figuring that out. That means that as soon as this short class is over, you should break out your pen and paper and think, okay, what is the very fastest thing that I can do to start getting in front of my ideal clients as quickly as possible and making them an offer? Making more offers in 2022 is what is going to make you more money in 2022. So you need as many of these ways as possible to make offers. We're doing a new thing, which I'll be telling you guys more about soon, but we're running a bot program, which I'm very, very excited about. This is not on LinkedIn. That's another thing that you could be doing, is you could be doing social media, and certainly LinkedIn is a big one, but I'm doing a program where I have 50 bots running. They're very, very sophisticated. They just started running today, that are booking appointments with my ideal clients through cold email drops. And the cold email list is a bot list that is basically categorized with my ideal clients in it. I'm not going to tell you any more about it than that, because obviously as soon as this starts getting successful for me, I'm going to teach you guys all about that, and I'll turn you on to it. But I'm always looking, the point is, I'm always looking for more ways to either put me in front of people, and this is in a group setting, or my sales team in front of people, and that is a one-on-one setting, right? I either want to book them more one-on-one appointments, or I want to get in front of more groups via workshops, webinars, challenges, speaking engagements, etc. Okay, so you have to figure out, where do I shine? Where do you shine? Where does your message get out the most? And then you need to make your list. What are the more ways? What are all the different ways that I can, on a monthly basis, be making offers into my marketplace? And you need to have an offer going. If you don't have one going this week already, then put it on the calendar to get an offer for next week. Okay. Next week, you need to get some offers into the marketplace. That's the only way that you're going to be able to kick 2022 into gear. All right. So that is, of course, if you have a working offer, right? All you're looking to do is put it in front of more people and ask yourself, what are all the ways that I can make this offer to more people and more quickly? Now, it's different if you have a non-working offer. If you have a non-working offer, then your entire focus, looking for a place to write this, is on testing your various offers. Your entire focus needs to be, okay, what is working? How can I get my thing sold, whatever that thing is? And you need to be testing and testing and testing until you find the best ways to do it. You're, of course, going to look at all of these different ways here to get in front of the right people, but you're going to probably have to decide, okay, what am I selling? Is it some type of like higher price group program, right? Which, as you guys all know, I like higher priced programs because there's more of a margin for error. If you want to sell something that's $97 a month, or you want to sell a course that's $997 total, well, the margin for error is much, much smaller in that, right? You're going to be fighting against this red ocean of the best internet marketers in the world who have been doing this for years and years and years, and you're competing on razor thin margins. If you have a group program that's, $1,000 a month instead of $97 a month, or $2,000, or whatever the number is, then you have a much bigger margin for error. Now, you're going to have to get in front of those people with a sales call, right? You're going to have to do a one-on-one to do it, but you're going to have many, many different ways to get in front of them. So the key is, in finding what your working offer is going to be, is to just start testing, and just, if you want, make a list. If you want, think in terms of the various things that we offer at Bestseller Publishing. Ideally, though, what you should do is a little bit of work within your market and see what others are offering within your market that is working, because if it's being offered in your market and others are doing it successfully, then you should be able to do it successfully as well. So you need to test. This is the whole focus. I need a working offer. And the faster I get a working offer, then the faster I can go over here and I can start, what is that? It's supposed to be an arrow, but it is not. Then the faster I can go over here and I can start getting my working offer in front of all of these different people that I know will want it. Okay. That's what we want to do, is we want to get in front of all of these people that could potentially want your offer. That's where your book comes in. And that's where the use of your book comes in. Okay. Now, regarding offers, I've done quite a bit of teaching in the last couple of months on offers. And so I'm not going to go over this, but I'm going to put this in the Facebook group. Briefly, I talked about 3 kinds of offers: lead generation offers for the general marketplace, core offers, which are connected to your lead gen after you've delivered value, and then a high value offer, which generally is something you're offering to your current or your past clients. I will put this in there, so I'm not going to go over it in detail. And I did a whole training on this as well, which I can is in the membership area, but perhaps I can get a team member to help. I also talked about Alex Hormozi's book, $100 Million Offers, and I took a lot of what I learned in that book and kind of distilled it in my own language on how to make a great offer. Because you may be in the place of, you know what, I'm creating something brand new. I don't even know what my offer should be. Great. Then you want to go through this and you want to think about who your ideal client is, right? All the problems that ideal client has. You want to come up with your offer, which is nothing more than a very specific solution to all of the problems that your ideal client has. You come up with the right words, and then you stack on great bonuses. And in doing that, you will have a killer offer. Now, guess what? That offer right out of the gate may not work all that well. That's why you have to test. That's why the testing part is really the key if you don't have a working offer. Too many people, and this is a challenge that I've seen with some BSP clients that are trying to create something new. You are stuck, or in some cases, you find yourself stuck in this area, the area of, you know, Rob, should I do a challenge, or should I, do a workshop, or should I do a webinar, Rob, or should I have bots running? And look, at this point, you don't even have a working offer. You don't even have something that people are loving and buying. If you don't have something that people are loving and buying, then forget about, should I use a challenge, or should I use a workshop or a webinar? Should I have my own podcast? Forget all of that. Focus instead on the testing. Focus instead on finding that working offer. Then you can start looking at all of these things. And here's the cool thing. Once you have a working offer, you're going to want to use all of these things. I do all of these. I create content. I have a podcast. I do email marketing. We do stuff on LinkedIn. We did the bots. I mean, all of this is stuff that we do, because my only focus now is how can I get this offer in front of more people? You have to do the exact same thing. So you're in one of 2 places, as I shared today. You are either in the place of, I do not have a working offer. And if that's the case, all you want to focus on is the testing. Or you do have a working offer, and you need to ask yourself, what am I doing right now to get my working offer into the marketplace? And if you haven't done anything yet this year, and you don't have anything planned for this first week, then, and you're just hoping for the phone to ring, that's not enough. That's not the way you shake the cobwebs off of from the holidays and kick things into gear. You have to be proactive and get your offer made into the marketplace.